Okay, I'm going to see if I can put this card together that I made using the background piece that I did earlier. And I cut a craft colored base card. Then I cut a layer from black, and I went back with the crackle stamp and the gold paint and stamped around the edge so that when this is layered on, it has that crackled edge to it. Then the only other thing I did other than trim this piece down is I took a black Sharpie and run it around the edge to take the white edge away so that when it's layered onto the black, it kind of blends into the black instead of standing off of it so much. Then I took my distressing ink sponge and gathered twigs and just did a light brushing around the edge to kind of soften and keep it from looking quite so flat. It gives it a little bit of dimension on the edge. So now I will put these layers together and glue on there. And I know about how much of a border I'm supposed to have. So I just eyeball that. Get it pressed into place. And then layer this onto the card. Make sure I don't inadvertently turn it upside down because I did kind of have a top and bottom that I was working with. And this is just our regular card layer size, so it's going to have approximately an 1/8 of an inch border all the way around of the craft colored base card and then the black layer. Okay, so all of that is ready. Then I did some random pieces here out of black and then went back with some gold and did some little accents. So I kind of gave myself an idea of where all these parts were going to go. And I used my little pokey tool and pick up a little small amount of paint and just kind of glue. Using all this paint, I have paint on my brain now. The glue, and then any that looks a little thick, I just kind of dab it off with my finger. And kind of put this at that corner, because that's where I cut it to go. And then this piece, I actually trimmed down from a larger piece, and I did just a little bit of sponging with the gold paint on it. I don't want every single piece of it stuck down, so I'm just going to randomly add a little bit of glue, and I want it right in that corner. And then I did, this was from a larger group of leaves that I cut apart, and I actually stamped over the leaves with the crackle stamp. And I wanted it to just go right there in that corner to where it looks like it was coming right up off of the black. And then the word hope, I do it the same way, just adding some dots of paint with my little pokey tool, for lack of better things to call it. And any places where it's too thick, I just kind of dab it off with my finger. And I liked it laying right there. Then if I have any places that I know need to be stuck down, like this being loose could get caught on the envelope, what I do with just the least amount of glue, and I just rub, and it puts just enough glue under that it will hold it in place. And then I decided I wanted just a little bit of dimension down here at the bottom corner. So I did a flower. I did 2 layers of the daisy and then kind of offset the petals a little bit and put them together. And I don't really have any black centers, but let me see what I can find in here that's got enough of a gold look that it will work. I may just have to use the yellow color. That one will work. And then we will put this gold center. And for that, I use a little bit of glossy accent. My poor stopped up bottle. Even though I keep it turned upside down over there where I keep it at. Now, let's take this and there, turn it upside down, because then it makes it easier for me to pick it up once I put the glossy accent on my pokey tool. Get that centered and give it a good press. And within just a few minutes, that glossy accents will set up. And there's a finished card made with just a bunch of random stuff that I did to it. But I hope y'all liked that.